Hi everyone! My little handsome model just woke up so we can go ahead and do this tutorial on prefolds, huh? Alrighty, let's get started here. Today we're going to talk about the many ways to use prefold diapers. Aren't we, buddy boy? Aren't we? You gonna be a good boy while we do this? No, you're not? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, we'll be back. There's lots of poopies. Okay, sorry guys, we're back. We had a very poopy diaper, didn't we, buddy boy? Didn't we? Alright, so there are a few ways that you can use prefold diapers. The first way, Abram's going to tell you. Are you going to tell him? You going to tell him? Tell him. Yep. So we better do this fast or I'm going to go pee-pees on my onesie. Alright, so the first way that you can do this, I'm going to move you over here. Move that snappy so it doesn't poke you. Yeah, stay right there. Alright, so the first way you can do it is to take your prefold and trifold it, which means you just fold the sides to the center. Yeah. Take your cover. I like to put the seam on the underneath so that it's not on this bottom. You just push the back part of the prefold in. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. Pull the sides up and pull the front up so that it tucks the front of the prefold in there as well. Then you take your baby, set him on the diaper, pull the front up just like you would if it was a disposable. Take your plastic, take your Velcro tabs, and there you have it. You make sure nothing's sticking out on the sides. Goodness. And that nothing's sticking out in the back. And that is a prefold on a baby. Another way to do it is a more traditional way. And that is using either pins or what has replaced the pins, which is a snappy. It has little teeth on it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Yeah. And so that has replaced the pins. So what you do is you take your baby, you slide the prefold underneath about at their belly button level. I trifold the front, pull it up between his legs, pull one corner up, attach the snappy with the teeth. You're going to want it to look like a T. Pull the other side up, attach it with the teeth, then pull up the middle as I pull down on the Y part of the snappy. So it looks like that. Then I take the sides, and since they're so loose, I do a little bit of a jelly roll fold, which just means I roll in the sides. This helps to keep our poopies contained too. Doesn't it? And then you would just put your cover on, and that's what it looks like. Another way that you can do it if your baby... Oh, can you just be quiet a little bit for a second so Mama can talk real quick? Thank you. Okay, so if your baby is in between sizes of prefolds, which that was an infant prefold, there's also a preemie prefold, and then there's this one. The difference in size is, can you see that? Like that. So, this one, this larger one, is going to take you all the way up into potty training. So what you can do is you can fold the back down, and this right here will act as a little pocket to catch the poopies. Then you take your little baby, you trifold the front, pull it up, and you pull one tab. Some people do it like I do, where I use the snappy to hold on to it, but other people will use, they'll just pull up the tabs, hold it like this, and then, watch your fingers, then put the snappy on, like that. But I would still, see how loose that is? I would still recommend doing that little jelly roll at the end. But since we have a little boy, and he is a crazy heavy wetter, especially in the morning time, we take this, fold it down in the front so that it's going to fit in the cover. Take one side, fold that over, so it's like you're tri-folding it. But then you're going to take this other side, and instead of going on top, you're going to tuck it into that little flap right there, so it's like an envelope. So it looks like that. Can you see that? Yeah. So since you have the back open right here, you put their little bottom right there, and that acts as a poopies catcher as well. Then you pull it up in between their legs, pull one tab over, attach the snappy or pin, pull the other side over, and there you have it. Roll the sides. Now, if you're using these kind of cover, or these kind of pre-folds, you're probably going to want to use a bigger cover because there's a little more bulk to it. I really never used these bigger pre-folds until just recently because I was always worried about his hips being pushed out. I mean, his hips being spread open like that. I mean, but babies are pretty flexible, so if it's not something that bothers you, or it doesn't visibly bother them, then I think you're probably going to be okay with it. Now, let's talk covers. Thirsties is the cover that I prefer because they have inner leg gussets. I don't know. Yep, there you go. Which means it just has this little extra piece of fabric right here that holds in the poop if they go wild on ya. Huh. Yes. So, there's two options that you can do for Thirsty's cover. You have this one, which is a Thirsty's Duo Wrap. This is a size 2, so it comes in two sizes, a 1 and a 2. You get the 1 for the newborn, and you get the 1, or I mean the 2 for the older baby. I think the 1, yeah, shh, shh, shh. The 1 goes up to 15 pounds. So, you can see here, I have the 2 on the smallest setting, and this is a size small of the Thirsties as well. That's the other option you can do, is sized covers. So like small, medium, and large. I personally prefer either the Thirsties Duo size 1 still, because I typically use the smaller pre-folds, or the size small. But you can see that there's really not a huge difference. It's a little bit longer on the Duo, but this is going to accommodate a baby that is quite a bit larger. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so this is going to accommodate a much larger baby, and you'll be able to use this until, hopefully until they're potty trained. Sorry, I almost dropped the camera. Another option that that you have as well are wool covers. This is a Nifty Nappies Woolly. We have 2 of these. I'm still getting used to those. Or fleece covers. This is just a fleece soaker that I made myself. You can find patterns online for them. I know that Kauai makes a PUL cover, which is what this is, and Bummies as well. But I know that Bummies do not have the inner leg gussets, which is what I really enjoy about the Thirsties covers. So, scoot you over here so people can look at you instead of me. So that is using a pre-fold on a baby, and the many different ways of using them. There are a bunch of different folds that you can use, but that's just what we use for a boy. Looks like your feet are up by your head. Huh, buddy? That's your new cozy outfit. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them below, and I hope this helps. And say bye-bye. Oh, are you praying? You're probably praying that I'll stop videotaping, huh? Alright, say bye-bye.